All right, Facebook world, Pastor Mike coming at you. A few weeks ago, actually it was for Christmas Eve service, I think probably in the history maybe of churches, something new was done, and we did that at Rising Hope. Number one, we had a Christmas Eve service. That was really awesome. And number two, I demonstrated a profound principle through a pool shot. And as many of you know, we are in this series called New 23. It's been an awesome series. And of those of you that are just kind of jumping in, the 23, obviously, the GOAT, Michael Jordan. I mean, come on, that's the number. But what we've been doing this year is looking at significant verses that talk about really Matthew chapter 18, verse 20. And it says, where 2 or 3 are gathered as my followers, I am there among them. And so that's kind of been our theme verse, and we've been looking at other verses like Colossians 3:23 and Colossians 1, verses 2 and 3, all these verses that have to do with talking about how we're better together. And so I had hinted that I was going to do this, and I thought, why not go live? Let's see if I can make this pool shot here. It's a difficult one. It's not an easy one, so I'm kind of putting it out there. You'll have to give me a grace if I miss it a few times. But there's a verse in the Bible, Ecclesiastes chapter 4, I think it's verse 9. It says this. Let me grab these pool balls here to illustrate. It says this in Ecclesiastes 4, verse 9. Let me get into here. Let's see here. Here we are. 2 people are better off than one, for they can help each other succeed. So there it is. We know that already off the bat, 2 are better than 1. And so I'm going to take, the goal is I'm going to hit all 6 balls in one shot. And so we know that 2 are better than 1. So already on the table, I've got 3 balls set up here. Just in the sake of time, I just already put them where they need to go. So 2 are better than 1. Let me continue on. And it says, verse 10, if one person falls, the other can reach out and help. But someone who falls alone is in real trouble. Likewise, 2 people lying close together can keep each other warm. But how can one be warm alone? A person standing alone can be attacked and defeated, but 2 can stand back to back and conquer. 3 are even, did I do 3? Yeah, 3 are even better, for a triple braided cord is not easily broken. So here we have all these wonderful principles talking about really how 2 or 3 are better than 1. And of course, when you have 2 standing back to back, hey, you can kind of cover each other's back, you can defend one another. But when you can have 3, that's when there's strength. That's when there's mobility. If you like strategy and maybe you've done Army stuff and Navy SEALs thing, you know, if you can triangulate a point and attack from kind of a triangle formation, you're better off that way, right? And you can send somebody around and flank. And there's all these different things and tactics. But when we think about that, it's no fun playing pool with just 1 ball. I don't think there's any game that has 1 ball in billiards. And we certainly don't want to do that in life. So what we're going to do here, let me get on the other side so you can see. So we're going to have the 2 balls, the 1 and the 8 that I showed earlier. I'm going to hit those 2. And because 2 is great, they can stand back to back, those 2 are going to go into the 3. And when you have that happening, we're going to hit all 5 balls in. And as a bonus ball, I don't know if you can see it here in the bottom corner, we've got the triangle here, the 5 balls sitting in there. And so we're going to actually try and hit all 6 balls in one shot. Because why? Where 2 or 3 are gathered in my name as my followers, I'm among them. And we know that we don't want to do just life alone. So here's a fun shot that kind of hopefully illustrates that point. Here we go. There it is. First try. How about it? I love it. All right, you can share that video And you can check some of those verses out. I hope to see you this Sunday as we continue our series in New 23. And you're going to hear an amazing, amazing story of just God's provision as he's bringing different things together, kind of in the context of the theme of Matthew chapter 18, verse 20. I'm so glad I made the shot on the first time. One of these days, I'm planning on doing a whole series from the pulpit, I should say, from the pool table, and that'll be a fun teaching series. Yeah, that's right. You heard me. We're going to put a pool table on the platform of the church and dig into God's word that way. So, hey, thanks, Josh, Jamie, Larry, Carol, Sherry, Danielle, Chance, everybody who's watching. That was a fun one. Remember, where 2 or 3 are gathered as his followers, I am there among them. Don't forget it. God bless and have a good night.